thanked my wife for leaving me alive. The kitchen was dark except for the clock on the stove. 12:17 a.m. Tiffany, my wife, stood between me and the back door. She held her phone up, and even though the screen was black, I already knew what was waiting. One call, one text. That was it. That's all it would take for her to ruin my life. What do you want? I asked. I kept my voice low and slow. With Tiffany, the wrong tone turned into ammunition. I need you to get something for me, she said. Right now. My stomach churned. She wouldn't be doing this if she didn't believe she'd already won. From where? My office building. Storage room, bottom locker. It's closed, I said. It's after midnight. I know. The way she said it made my skin prickle. You'll find a way in, she added. That's illegal. She took a step closer. I smelled her shampoo, felt the heat of her threat. So is what you did last night. I took 2 steps back, shoulder hitting the counter. What thing am I getting? I asked. The gun, she said instantly. The one you used last night. No, the word came out too fast. I didn't use a gun. You know that. She smiled like she'd been waiting for that exact response. You were there, she said. That's enough. I saw it then. How little she cared about the truth. All she needed was a version of events she could sell. A story that would fit neatly around me like a coffin. If I refused, she'd make the call. If I went, I'd be carrying a weapon that she was already saying I'd used. Either way, she owned me and how this all would end. The clock blinked. 12:19. Tiffany lowered her phone just enough to show she didn't need to threaten me anymore. Go, she said. I grabbed my keys and left. As soon as I sat in my car, Tiffany's number lit up my phone. Before answering, I pressed record. I didn't tell her. I didn't change my voice. I just let it run. Are you driving? She asked. Yes, I said. Hurry, she said. They found the body. News vans are already there. What body? I yelled. She sighed, annoyed. Eli's. Try to keep up. Eli was her boss. He had come to our house last night, angry and drunk. I remembered shouting and wanting to leave. I remembered nothing after that. You said no one died, I whispered. I said what I needed to say, she sighed, sounding more irritated than anything. Did you get the gun? I'm on my way, I said. I drove faster as the recording icon blinked on my screen. You're not nervous, are you? She said way too happily. Because you were pretty out of it last night. My throat went dry. What do you mean? She laughed softly. You don't remember, do you? I pulled into the office parking lot and got out. Police tape and multiple officers blocked the front doors of the building. I could feel my legs trying to go all wobbly at the sight. I had to fight to stay standing up. What don't I remember? I asked. Just forget that and focus, she ordered. I snuck behind the building and forced open the storage door. Inside, the lights were dim, and the air had a dusty and stale smell to it. My phone stayed on record in my pocket. You planned this? I said quietly. I'm definitely the smart one in this marriage, she snorted. Did you find the locker? Yes, I said. Good, she said. Wipe the gun down. Put it in your car. And then? I asked. You'll drive to the old bridge, she said. You'll throw it in the river. My hands hovered over the locker. I didn't touch the gun. And then you'll turn yourself in, she added. For what? I yelled. For killing Eli, she said. I didn't kill him, I said, not bothering to whisper anymore. You pulled the trigger, she said. I saw you. That's not true, I said. I have proof, she said. Security footage. She sent the video. It showed me holding the gun. Eli was on the floor. Tiffany stood behind me, crying into her hands. But I noticed things weren't quite right. My eyes were unfocused and my movements were slow and uneven. I looked drugged. You drugged me, I said. She didn't deny it. I needed your cooperation, she said. Now listen carefully. You'll confess, she said. I'll be the shocked wife who never saw it coming. I looked at the gun. I looked at my phone, still recording. I needed her to keep talking. You needed me conscious enough to hold it, I said, but not conscious enough to remember. She paused. Aren't you clever? She said. You poisoned me, I said. You set the whole thing up. She just let out an exaggerated sigh. I'm not going to the bridge, I said. Then I'm making a call and telling them you're armed and dangerous, she snapped. Right there, I decided I was done playing her games. The ones she has made me play for the 2 years we had been married. Thanks for that recorded confession, I said, and thanks for leaving me alive. Silence. For the first time, she didn't have anything to say. I walked outside with my hands raised, officers surrounding me, and that monster finally in my past.